Previously on Lineage of Moonreach. So Tomas kind of went literal overkill on the crazy cult people who were worshipping a douchey dead guy on a cart we had killed previously. In that cart was a weak and big old creepy creature who kept exclaiming pain. The group thought it was a straight-up baddie demon though and killed it, even though that made me kind of sad. I stepped into its portal, obviously, nearly died getting out, and sprained my ankles. Turns out the cultists were cannibals, and we rescued a little bald guy who survived. And that's what happened.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
All right. So, when we last left, Tomar, you were completely flabbergasted by the revelation from Hazel. You have 3 children. Allegedly. She presents...
We're getting on Maury up in this.
She presents Wyra to you, pale and quiet, and that's where we last left off.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the baby, inspect it more. You had described it before a little bit, but I want to check out the measurements on this bit.
Okay, so baby size, roughly you would think about 6 months old. Very dwarven in her features, other than the fact that she is extremely pale and extremely light-haired. Her eyes aren't open, they're closed. She seems to be sleeping. And on her neck is a birthmark that looks very much like the shape of perhaps a hammer. Sorry. It's not her neck, it's her cheek. She has a little birthmark that looks like perhaps in the shape of a hammer.
What cheek?
Her left cheek.
Okay. You had these... I don't know how this works. You had them all at the same time? Or
Yeah, that's the typical way that it happens, Tomar.
did someone help you?
Well, one of the midwives here in Heart Valley helped me, yes. I was all by myself other than that, though. Thanks for finally showing up.
Well, you never sent me a letter.
I've sent you countless letters, but I sent them to Old Cairn. Is that not where you get your mail?
I'm sorry. I didn't know. But I'm here now. What do you want to do about this? Do you want to... You don't want to stay here, man.
Do you want to keep him?
Can we abort?
Post-natal abortion.
Just huck him against the wall.
Well, I guess that's up to you. I'm a bit fond of them, but it's up to you whether or not you want to be a part of their lives.
Well, are you rooted here, or are you willing to leave?
Well, there's some fucky happenings going on right now, so I'm...
It doesn't seem safe for children here.
No, I've been in hiding here in this mansion for at least a month now.
You said you had gone after to look for me.
Yes, I went and searched all over. Last I knew, you're heading out to combat someone, and it behooved me to try to find you, but it became harder and harder as I got more and more pregnant.
Yeah. I've been trapped for a long time. As you could tell, I've been in another place, and I couldn't get out. But I'm here now. You're more than welcome to come back to our town. It's safe there. There isn't any crazy cannibal people there, so we can find room for you, and I will do what I can with the babes. I have no idea what I'm doing or how to do it, but I am definitely here for you. This is very awkward for me because I only know you as much as we spent that night together.
Yeah, I'd say less than 3 minutes.
And we were inebriated at the time, so...
I don't know. Smoochie was waiting outside that tavern for a while.
Yeah, he was waiting there for like 45 minutes.
I think I even rolled for it. I don't
Getting
remember.
pretty bored.
Shadow too.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know you. We can get to know each other. Yeah.
Well, that's a very valiant offer, and I definitely need a new place to hang my hat. But yes, I think we can possibly, with time, learn to, figure this whole thing out, and definitely the children, the little ones, could learn from you, as you have seemed to made a name for yourself in the world, and that's not worth disregarding for sure.
Do you think we need to do like a marriage ceremony or anything?
Well, we just met again, so maybe we wait a bit. Let's make sure we like each other.
That's a good idea. I don't even know really how compatible we are.
Biologically, it seems pretty good. We made 3.
Yeah, one go, not bad. Anyway, my friends are staying at the inn right now. We've cleared out most of the town, so there shouldn't be much interference if we just go that way. And then we can quickly travel back to Old Cairn.
Alright, let me gather the little ones and my things, and we'll head into town there, and we can get going.
Alright. Then I'm gonna think to the other people. Guys, there's been a development.
Development?
Gorbel, I think you're gonna be an ant.
Are you pregnant?
Congratulations! Do you know if it's a boy or girl yet?
There's 3 children alive right now, fresh.
We're not adopting.
You gave birth really
kids.
fast.
You aren't a kid person, Tomar. You don't need to bring some strays around.
They're my children.
I'm going to tell them all the stories,
From
and I'm
who?
going to teach them
Hazel.
all the songs, and then they'll be part of our act.
That's
From your
thinking too far
one-night
ahead.
stand?
Yeah.
3.
3.
Same
job.
age.
I think so. I mean, they weighed about the same. I don't know how to tell.
About as much as a Hungry Man dinner.
But one of them in particular looks very peculiar.
Peculiar how?
Like ugly?
Oh, no.
You'll see when I bring them with us. Or they're coming with us.
Really ugly.
I like kids. I'm excited. Congratulations, Tomar.
Thanks, Echo. I don't really know how to feel about it, to be honest.
A drink might help.
Are these like the only kids you ever had? Or is it first time?
Finally speaking.
I mean,
Thinking?
I might
Sorry,
look older
finally
than I
thinking.
am, but I'm only like 20 years old.
Have
so.
you had kids, Hirstag?
I have not. I'm interested in it though.
Are you a good babysitter?
I don't know. Probably.
We could be a babysitter's club.
I could just feed them good berries all day.
Have you ever met a fucking kid?
I mean, I've seen them around. I haven't really introduced myself yet.
It might be turned off by a random tree person emerging from the bushes.
Here, have some berries, have some berries.
And then a lady comes up with a broom. Get back to your bushes! Whoa, lady, whoa! So I'm going to round
Then
them
I'll
up
just watch
and
them from the
whatever,
bushes.
whatever supplies they might have in there, and start bringing them back to the tavern.
So Hazel and the children have very few belongings. It seems it seems like she left in a rush and has been kind of squatting here for a while, almost like it was a necessity because of the situation going on in the town. And so you realize very quickly that they don't have much at all, and it doesn't even look like she's packed much for clothes. Like, there's just a few belongings. There's a couple of books and some, like, looks like makeshift wooden toys for the babies. And almost, it's very, very simple amount of belongings.
Do you need to pick up anything else before we leave, or?
No. I think this should be good.
What do they eat?
Well, I've still got them on the old hazel diet. They're I have to, obviously I gotta do it at separate times, but they mostly just drink milk.
Oh, from your
From my what?
I think I get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's weird.
So did Tomar tell us that he was going to the castle or whatever?
Mansion, yeah.
Mansion?
I don't know if he said specifically that he was going.
He said
there.
he was going to...
Well,
I think
I
you
think
said
he
you had
said
to go
mansion.
somewhere.
I think that's why we cast the spell in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in case we needed
Yeah.
assistance. So, yeah.
So we know that you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tomar, do you want to, like, look around that mansion quick before we go, or see if there's anything useful there?
Hazel, did you look through the mansion? Did you find anything of import here?
Well, there's, it seemed like it got ransacked pretty hard after, the night you all were here, and, it's, not much is left other than some books and, maybe some kitchenware down in the old kitchen.
I think we're good. I think we can just head back.
And as you leave the room, you see that the honey bee knight statue is still there in the foyer, proudly displayed. The mayor having gotten himself sculpted in this nice armor and just with his hands on his hips, looking like a heroic warrior.
I never realized it was supposed to be him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it depicted him. He was very... He had a lot of optimism. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
And, but that, yeah, everything else seems like, yeah, it got ransacked pretty hard. The door to the study that you guys famously fought the mayor in is still ajar, and you can see that the window has not been repaired, even though it's bitterly cold out, and that contributes to that draft you felt when you first entered. All right, so you guys eventually see Tomar and Hazel enter the inn. You see... Well, I guess you guys don't even know who Hazel is.
I thought we went exploring, actually. Did we go exploring?
Don't remember?
Just in case we can say we went adventuring, and then we returned to the inn.
You went adventuring?
We went...
Or, like, searching...
Exploring.
What did we search? I thought, like,
I don't think we did. We went to sleep after we...
We did, but I thought...
Dealt with Cabal.
When he went off, we
When
were
I went
going
off,
a different place.
I suggested that maybe you guys could have a look around, look for survivors.
Yeah, that was it. That's
But,
what we were going
Oh,
to do.
so, yeah, we could, like, go look around the town.
But did
Yeah.
we return back to the inn because of that? I don't know.
Like, are we gonna...
We'll say you
actually-
guys went exploring around the town and then came back to the inn to wait for Tomar.
Yeah.
What you guys noticed when you were going around the town is that none of the shops were open or anything like that, and everybody seemed to avoid you as almost as if they were afraid of you, and anyone that you would have tried to approach would have quickly turned away and moved far from you. Mothers would be shielding their children. There seems to be and you're not seeing a ton of people around, even though there was a decent amount of people in the temple. Those that were freed, that's like all that there was. So there's a handful of people left in the village.
Did you guys go into any shops to look for any supplies or anything?
Did we find any supplies?
Most of the things had been ransacked. Any shops you would have tried to go into, either the doors were already closed to you, or any you did go into, papers, empty bottles. This place has been a ghost town for a while. Just happen to have people living in it.
How are the people looking? You said that they looked like they were scared of us. Do they look functional? Like
Now
they'll
that
be able
you've
to...
now that you've
Coin operated.
Are they idiots?
now that you've healed them of their horsepox, they're functional. They seem very confused and out of it still, as if a large section of time has suddenly slipped away from them.
Can we tell if they're gonna like recover and like be able to live normal lives
It'd be
again?
a medicine check, or a group medicine check if any of you guys.
I don't
care.
know if you can really come back from that.
Shit.
Halfling luck.
Does halfling luck count for
20.
skill checks?
I think it's any.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't get
You got a 20.
Natural 20.
All right.
7.
All right.
19.
19. Okay, so you guys can tell that these people, based on every interaction that you've seen with them so far, they seem healthy, but very, very afraid of you. Because perhaps because the last thing they remember before coming to, or I guess the last thing what am I trying to say? When they came to, you guys and a pile of dead bodies were what they saw.
Yeah,
So
you'll be all right.
I'm sure so.
Shut up. We're fine.
Just get
Carry on.
over it.
that was hours ago.
Maybe get back to work. Your businesses are failing.
Work in this economy. All right, so when you guys make your way back to the inn, you settle down and are just kind of waiting. Tomar drops that
Baby.
that baby bomb on you, and he walks in with a dwarven woman. She looks like not too distant in the past. She was a fighting sort. Now she looks a little slope-shouldered and a bit worn down. She's carrying a baby in a swaddle across her chest.
Tomar thought she was smoking hot.
Yeah, and Smoochie thought she was pretty decent. So she's for a dwarf. I don't know if that's your speed.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know if that's your thing or whatever, but yeah, I mean she's above average looking. She's not like a solid smokehouse, but she's she's like a high 6, low 7 maybe.
Just a little smokestack.
a little smoky.
Regardless, I'll scuttle over to
Seth is
Tamar and
putting
kind of nudge him on the arm.
Seth is
like,
putting his
hey.
own personal preference in women, letting it affect his perception of this dwarf's attractiveness.
What other perception is there?
The DM's like, I wouldn't fuck it.
But I wouldn't fuck it with your dick.
Well, I think she's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
As soon as I see her.
Yeah, she's above average.
Is that what you say?
No, that's what I'm thinking.
But can we still hear what he's thinking?
I'm
Probably.
like,
yeah.
oh man, I hope she's single.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that everybody hears your thought like, oh mama.
Look at the milk bags on that cattle.
And a couple of kids, she ain't going nowhere. She's aiming low.
I am so sorry if you guys can read my thoughts right now.
They can.
Oh boy.
Tomar looks proudly over and winks at him.
I wink back. And then I do a little applause.
So yeah, she walks in and she looks tired, and Tomas looks a little.
Tomas?
Tomar. Should have done that. Looks a little maybe bewildered, but maybe a little pleased with himself. Very kind of proud. Like, look what I did.
No, he looks very much flustered and unsure of what to do.
Fair enough. So yeah, and he enters, and you guys see he's carrying 2 bundles in his arms, and she's carrying 1.
Baby.
So these are yours?
Are they cute?
They are cute. They're very, very cute. They're babies.
6-month-old, so they're not like the weird alien babies.
Yeah, they're not Winston Churchills.
This is Tozel.
Tomas.
And
Interesting name.
He shows you this little baby girl dwarf.
Hazel, do you want to explain where the names came from?
Well, the names came from, it's a tradition in the Copperbill family to combine as well as you can, the names of the parents for subsequent children.
That was
nice.
as well as we can?
Well, I mean, I was all by myself.
No, I get it. You were under serious stress.
A single mother, so maybe...
Tozel's a fine name. I don't understand.
It's beautiful, Tomas.
I like it. What's wrong with Tozel?
Then I gesture
What's
toward.
wrong?
I try
You
and gesture
little
towards
Toenail.
that little lad over there is Hazen.
Yep, and she shows this little ruddy-cheeked boy whose eyes are open, and they're hazel-colored eyes, and they just look really intense all around.
Oh, he said something. What did he say?
And a little bit of spittle
Was that,
kind of comes out of his mouth onto
was
his
that
chin.
Dwarvish?
No, that's not Dwarvish. Do you know Dwarvish?
I do know Dwarvish. I just couldn't hear it.
How do you know Dwarvish? Didn't you grow up with tree people?
I don't know. It's a trait of my race. We know Dwarvish.
D&D Beyond for some reason. And this one...
And he shows you a very pale complected. If you weren't like 100% sure it was a baby, you might think it was just like a piece of slate. It is like a very calm and eyes closed baby, very pale, bone white hair, like a bluish tint to its very pale skin, and it looks like a little girl, but it just is like the most almost unsettling looking little child you've ever seen.
So it's not cute?
It's still cute though.
Cute,
Whoa,
yet
face
unsettling.
tats.
This is Wyra, and
Yeah.
I point at her cheek, and then
yeah.
I look down at my hammer, and
I mean, you could have waited until she was old enough to have some say in that.
she was born with it. And Hazel, you had mentioned how you came up with her name.
Oh, yes, I had a dream, and I was told that my third child would be named Wyra. And I just thought, when I woke up, that was such a pretty name that I couldn't not name the child Wyra.
It sure does
is
beat
pretty.
Tozel.
Very pretty.
I feel like there's going to be a little rivalry between those two.
Anyway, we're gonna have them stay in Wolves Rest.
Forever?
For now, it's the safest place that I can see for them to be.
Can they pull their weight?
They're babies.
Can they pull however much baby weight is?
Hazel, can they pull how much babies pull? How do babies,
I mean,
Wait.
I don't...
I'm pretty sure you're going to have to quit your adventuring career to take care of these babies, Gorbel.
I don't remember.
I am too damn young
Well, we're
to
all
settle
young.
down.
I mean, we all have world-ending things on our plate.
Yeah, well, a lot of us have had a bunch of fun in our short little lives, Tomar, but not all of us have brought back 3 massive consequences to the group.
That's true. And I definitely am not suggesting...
Sorry,
that you-
Hazel.
That you stop.
No offense.
None taken.
I mean, come on, you miss the days, don't you?
I'm not sure I understand.
You miss fighting, you miss being free, going to taverns and hooking up with dudes like him.
You were very forward, I will say, at the time.
Well, I've had a bit more on my plate lately than I would have ever thought that I would, and it kind of changed my perspective on things. For the last little while, I've been trying to just survive and make sure that these cult members didn't take my babies away from me.
So we never got a chance to get to know each other. We could take some time now before we head out and find out more about each other. Maybe I ask you a question, then you ask me a question. Then we can learn a bit about each other.
I'd like to get out of this town as soon as possible.
You're going to do that on all of our time?
Wait,
Okay.
wait. Here's an idea. I've worked in many a tavern. I have laid down a lot of alcohol for people, and I have seen a lot of people meet their other half. So, how about you two just belly on up to the bar? I'll play bartender.
Gorbel. This is what went
Is this
wrong
a
the
date?
first time.
Are you guys gonna go on
we'll
a
see how
date?
things
I
go.
can't drink
Cute.
while I'm breastfeeding, because then the babies will drink it, and then they'll be like every other dwarf.
Okay, then I'll give you something else.
You can transfer liquid through your bosoms.
Yeah, it's basically transmutation magic.
I look over at Hazel, very judgmentally towards Tomar.
She
What?
kind of returns it like it's a living.
My mom was gone a lot of the time. I only had my dad and my brothers to tell me about the
Yeah,
birds and the
I only
bees.
had your dad and your brothers, too.
Zyko walks up next to you, Tomar, and pats you on the back.
It's okay. I'll tell you all about it.
What does that mean?
I look Zyko up and down.
Especially down. Okay. Yes, good idea. I had a good idea. Let's pursue that idea after we go through the tree.
What?
Oh,
It's so juicy.
this guy, Hirstag. He has a means of transporting us quickly and safely to other places.
You don't have any of us been formally introduced?
No, I'm Hazel. Mum.
Heard that. Gorbel.
That's
well
my
met.
sister.
I see the resemblance.
Hi, I'm Pinwin.
Hi, Pinwin.
I'm like his brother. You see the resemblance?
I see.
She looks like at the others, kind of like, is he a bit simple? and then it's like,
I do. You look so much alike.
Thanks.
And I'm Hirstag. Nice to meet you.
And you're a dwarf.
Yeah, but I'm not his brother.
Well, okay. All dwarves are brothers, technically.
Really?
Yeah. But no.
Even
Nice
the
to
women.
finally have a brother.
But we literally just met this guy, so be on your guard around him. At least he has
Kind of like you.
a way to get us safely, and he's proven his worth so far.
and Zyko waits.
Hi, I'm Zyko. Nice to meet you, Zyko.
Zyko's our squire, but he's kind of gotten a lot better at fighting since the old days.
I cut a guy's arms off.
And a lot more worldly, as I just found out.
He has been hanging around Lita a lot.
True.
And then Cabal. You might know Cabal.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Cabal. You've definitely been excluded from this.
Hello. Yes, I'm Cabal. I just met them all, so, hi, Hazel. We've met before.
And she says,
yes, nice to see you again, Cabal.
Hey, Cabal. What do you think of Hazel? Think she's a nice lady? Think she'll be a good mom?
I'm sure
Maybe a
that
good
she will.
partner?
I'm uncertain as to why you're asking me that, but yes, I believe so. Yes.
Do we have a ward, like a medical place in Wolves Rest?
Nah. But we can make one.
We should definitely make that a priority.
Sure.
We just kind of patch ourselves up as we go.
Band-Aids.
What are Band-Aids?
That wasn't in character.
Neither was I.
You just have a huge open wound in your face. Alright, well, Hirstag, do you think you can make that spell happen? Or do you need more rest?
No, I'm ready to go. We can head out.
Anybody else want to do anything before we piss off?
I'll hold one of those babies.
Yeah, give me one.
You had kind of
want
a
a
hungry
baby.
look in your eye when you said it.
Hazel hands Hazen to you, the little boy, Gorbel, and you see he looks up at you.
Good.
She's beautiful.
That's a boy.
He's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's so strange seeing them without beards.
Yes.
Oh yeah, when does that come in?
Well,
Usually 9 months.
yeah, I had stubble pretty early on.
Okay, so you guys head out of the inn. Nobody wanted to do anything?
No.
All right. So you guys head. Are you good? Is the Hirstag? What is your plan to use those willows from before?
No, it doesn't need to be the same kind of tree or anything. Just I'll look and see if there's a tree around, like as close by as possible. That's like a pretty big tree.
So you don't see any within the vicinity of the town that match anything that's outside of Wolves Rest.
It doesn't need to match.
Does it need to match?
No.
Okay.
There's no rules at all. It just needs to be
I thought
a
the
big
rule was
enough
that it had to
plant.
be the same kind.
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It just
Gotcha.
needs to be a big enough plant for us to jump through.
Okay, about 100 feet outside of the town, you remember there was a pretty big sized tree with a pretty nice sized trunk on it.
Okay.
That would probably be the most likely candidate for you.
All right.
And as you guys step out into the road, are you guys heading out the exit you came in?
Is that where the tree was?
Yes.
No, we'll go the opposite way.
Away from the tree.
Okay. So you guys you head that direction. Perception.
15. Wait.
That's not a D20.
Actually, what's everybody has like super
15.
high.
19 passive.
Okay, so never mind. Sorry. I forget how high level you guys are right now. So you guys notice standing in the archway of the town that you came through is a large humanoid shape. As this is pretty late in the day now, this sun's starting to go down, and we'll just assume that you guys spent most of the day doing all that stuff. It's hard to make out, but it's a large shape. All right, so you see this form standing there, large, wearing armor, though the bottom half appears to be different.
Is it a
How?
Sort of. As you guys approach, you have this weird sense of unsettling kind of creeping into your bones, and you three recognize this figure as Lortho from when you guys were in the mansion the first time, the large half-orc guard of the mayor, although he looks quite a bit different now.
Oh, he was a tough son bitch.
Now, his lower half...
Wait, didn't Smoochie cut him in half?
No, Smoochie cut the mayor in half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lortho
the
was
orc
down,
got away.
and then...
Oh, and he hopped out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Now, as you guys approach,
Consequences.
you guys see his bottom half is serpentine.
What the fuck?
And he's standing there casually with a large blade, a sword, over his shoulder, staring at you guys. His eyes are sunken with a very mild hint of something dark and magical behind them.
Do I recognize this? Like, do I recognize this, like, darkness or weirdness going on?
You automatically would probably realize that there's something other-planely about it.
I hug Tozel at him.
Eat, baby!
Get him,
For baby damage.
Somebody take these babies.
Well, I'm
got
already
him.
holding one.
Hazel kind of looks a little
Stay back.
nervously.
Is this a friend of yours?
Zyko, protect them.
Zyko, yes. And he takes two of the babies, and you guys hand the other one to Hazel, and you guys start to back up. And you guys can see now Lortho. Ugh, sorry. Slithers forward. His serpentine bottom half.
Wasn't he a half-orc?
He is.
Oh, God.
His bottom half has changed. And he slithers
Now
forward
he's half
just
flaccid dick.
just a few feet.
He's
but he
riding
doesn't
a
I
say
say to
anything.
him.
He's about 50 feet in front of you
I
guys.
thought you were going to say tall. I was like, oh!
No,
Does he slither really slow then?
very slow.
So we're just watching him 50 feet, like.
Can we discern what the snake half is from?
Arcane check.
15?
15.
10.
17.
Wait. Yeah, 10.
As far as you guys can tell, you have no idea what's going on. You know it's something magical, but you're not sure what is going on.
His fucking snake body's magical. Look out. I'm going to unsling Steel Song from my back and
Is this an enemy?
stand a guard. Yeah, he was a bad guy. Be on
You
your
want me to
guard.
nab him
How far away is
with
he?
my plant?
He's 50 feet from
Still
you guys.
50?
You know what? Yeah, nab him. Try and nab him.
I
Yeah,
cast plant growth.
Let's fuck this guy up.
Okay, go ahead and everybody, if you're going to be attacking him, roll.
Well, maybe don't attack him, but
It's not an.
restrain him.
It's not an attack. Yeah,
Right.
just
Yeah,
restrain.
let's-
well, that would count as.
but yeah, he's gonna be pissed off.
yeah. Roll initiative. Then.
Well, we don't. What if we don't want to fight him yet? Like, we just want to keep him in place.
Yeah, I was talking
Even if
about
you-
like.
if you do something like this, you're going to have to roll initiative. Because if you do something that tries to restrain him, I'm telling you what
Does
his...
he look mad?
Should we try to
Does
talk
he?
to him
Yeah,
first?
yeah. Does he look mad?
he looks calm and relaxed.
You said he
with
had
a smirk on
You
his
said he
face.
had a sword.
A
out
smirk, huh?
and lazily resting on his shoulder.
I'm gonna rest mine on my shoulder.
Yeah, does anybody want to speak
I'm
to
gonna
him
take
first?
out my dagger
Sure.
and
Hirstag.
rest that
Hirstag.
on my shoulder.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
think. I'm gonna think to Hirstag. Maybe have that spell at the ready. If he makes any sudden moves, restrain the son of a bitch.
Okay. I will ready plant growth for if he attacks.
Nice.
Nice.
That spell is wasted if he doesn't, though.
It's funny because this is the first time any of us have used the ready action in this whole play.
Yeah, exactly. He's still not saying anything.
Is he walking, slithering toward us?
No, he just moved forward a few feet and then he stopped.
Did anyone try to say
Nobody
anything
has
to him?
tried to say anything to him.
But he's 50 feet away.
Yes.
That's too far away to talk to him.
Hey there, friend.
Hi!
Hello.
What's your
What?
name?
Why don't you slither a little closer?
Come a little bit closer.
He slithers
You're not kind of snake
forward
man.
a few more feet. Is that better?
I still feel like we're kind of yelling.
He just...
You look a little threatening there with your sword out. What's your business here?
Well, I had unfinished business with these three.
But I have some questions first. Where are your people legs?
Does the carpet match the Druid?
What, you don't like my upgrade?
Is that an upgrade?
That wasn't the question.
Kind of little.
Where are the legs?
Half now.
They're where I don't need them.
I left him in my locker. I locked him in my car on accident.
Does anybody have one of those tools?
I called AAA. They hooked me up with the snake body.
So I'll have my legs ready for
I just picture
like
him
next
like
week.
a Skylander where they have the bottoms that come off.
You know, there was like no hard feelings with what went down here before. We were just trying to make the situation.
Does that just like slip on or
It's permanent.
from where?
From the Lord.
The Lord.
Jesus fucking
So
I
Christ.
see that you all...
Which lord are we talking about
Are you
today?
talking about that cart guy? Is that your lord?
I see that you guys
Cartleby?
wiped out a large group of some of our followers, but
Your followers.
I am his chief acolyte and disciple.
Oh, God.
On
It's
this
not
earth.
a real lord.
Why,
It's
Well,
Yes,
there was
person.
there was something in that cart. They were maybe they were worshiping.
Wasn't that Cyan?
That was Cyan.
You know, I don't even know if anybody in this town is worth saving. They are all so gullible.
Whatever was in the cart is destroyed.
I'm not worried about what was in the cart. You're all so simple. So simple.
Educate
I mean,
us.
we have people.
You are
legs, if
literally
that's
half
simple.
snake.
I told you, I am his chief disciple.
The Lord.
The Lord does not like it when you destroy his followers.
Well, he's not gonna like this either.
How far away is he?
40 feet.
Not gonna like what?
You got something to say? What do you want? We just want to leave. Get out of our way.
Yeah, we don't give we don't give a shit about talking to you, man. Like, if you want to go be a snake, be a fucking snake.
That no one has to be hurt. We can resolve this amicably.
Wait, if he's all like following that evil or whatever, does that mean that we didn't actually
Wait.
take care of stuff here?
Oh, wait, maybe we have to destroy him. finish the joke.
He's probably the
What's
sorcerer.
your lord?
Where's your lord?
Who is your lord?
Do you digest at the pace of a human or an orc? I'm sorry,
Where's
or,
the poop train?
or a
What?
snake?
Where, when, how, lord?
I don't know, it just kind of falls out the back.
So we know this.
But where? I guess I've
Lord?
never really looked at a snake. Is it the tip of the tail?
There's like a little hole,
Under?
like 3/4 of the way down. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. Quit trying to confuse me.
What is the name of your lord?
He is just the Lord.
You follow
What's he
someone
look
named
like?
the Lord, and
The
you don't even
Lord.
know who he is?
Do
you
you follow
like-
his power? None
What
of
do
you
you
like
look
this
like?
Do you
name.
like berries?
What if his name was Lord Fancy Pants? Would you still follow Lord Fancy Pants?
Is your lord
You want to be
Connolly?
the chief acolyte of Lord Fancy Pants?
If he gave me the abilities that I currently possess, then definitely.
Why do you like what you are? Have you looked in the mirror at all? You're a freak.
I'm
Wow.
a freak.
That probably
You're
hurt his feelings.
half
That
the
is
size of
kind of
me
mean, Tomar. You kind of
And
crossed
you look
the line with
sunken
the freak thing.
and weak.
Okay, now it's a
getting
little
better,
more
okay?
even.
But I still have more questions. Say you meet a snake lady or an orc lady that you really like, and
I'm
things
not
are going
interested.
really well. You go out for say 4 dates.
She talks a lot. He lifts his sword up
How close are we now?
40 feet. He hasn't moved, unless you guys have.
I'll move.
You're gonna get a little bit closer?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so how much closer?
10 feet.
Alright, so now you are within 30 feet of him.
So, are we thinking that we're gonna have to fight
I'm going
this
to
guy?
cast blindness.
Okay, roll initiative.
It's fair.
20.
20. Alright.
17.
17.
Whoa.
12.
Roll again.
10.
Nope.
Okay, so we've got Gorbel, then Tomar.
Nope.
What'd you get?
He beat me.
Oh, he beat you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Then, not Smoochy, Hirstag, then Tomar, then Pinwin. Alright, and then let's see. Okay, so you have a readied action, and then you're casting
Blindness.
Blindness. So, with your readied action, that'll supersede the blindness cast. So, are you planning on using it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and cast plant growth.
Okay.
So the plants are
So I'm gonna set that up. Or I guess while you're talking, I'll do it.
okay. They're basically, I'm gonna set it up so it's very difficult terrain, all the way up until where we're standing. So, basically, I'm going to exclude us from the plants grabbing us.
So you cast that, and it's difficult terrain. Okay.
Double difficult terrain.
So everybody's movement would be half, so a quarter movement.
Everyone's?
Anybody who tries to move through it.
That's trapped in the plants or that tries to
And
move
where
through
did you
it.
cast them at?
Oh, well, damn it.
It's all the way up to where we are.
From him? Is
Yeah.
the point?
So
Okay.
he has to fight to get to us, basically.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Sleep.
Blindness.
Blindness, sorry. Go ahead and cast it.
Sleep sucks.
Okay, go ahead and cast blindness. Close your little eyes.
What's the
And
save?
it's a Constitution save 16.
Suck on this, you snake fuck.
He saves.
Ooh, that sucks.
So you attempt to cast it, and he just merely laughs. He crosses
A little bitch.
his arms. His sword is still kind of tucked out
He
underneath.
stabs himself. Ow!
So is that what's happening? And you watch as plants start to grow up from the ground, just gnarled vines and like splints of little like stems of roots kind of stick up. And what's going on?
Nothing. Keep going.
Oh, and you guys watch as little plants start to pop up as well, making it so everywhere in between you guys is very, very difficult to travel through. Some saplings start to grow up as well, and tall grasses. So now It looks very, very difficult.
Nothing more restraining than tall blades of grass.
And, so now we're at, since Gorbel, you went, now, Hirstag, it's your turn.
Alright, this will be fun. I am going to cast...
I think to everybody, and I think... Do you guys just want to hop through the portal back to Wolf's Rest? Or do we actually want to kill this guy?
I don't know, this lord sounds like bad juju. Maybe we can put him out and then find out more information.
I kind of want to take care of him in case he's the source of that whatever is happening here.
Yeah, I'm
Where did
thinking...
he get a snake tail that big?
Yeah, I'm thinking...
I'm still very hung up on it.
What are you thinking, Pinwin?
Sure. I'm not quick to be like, let's take him down, but, yeah, if he is the source of that, and he's all obsessed with his lord, which kind of seems the route he's going, and if he's coming at us with a weapon, it seems kind of like he isn't cool with us, and he'll find us through magical means, since he's got that snake magic stuff going on, and,
Yes, that homing snake magic.
yeah, so I think it wouldn't hurt to maybe take him down.
Nice.
All right.
So you're on board.
Let's
Okay,
fucking
so
kill him.
Hirstag, what are you doing?
No, we're not killing him.
Oh.
We're not?
We want to find out more information.
We have a prison. Let's imprison him. I'm such
he sees
a
you
good
guys just standing there
interrogator.
looking at each other but not actually saying anything.
Are we gonna do this or what?
Well, it's my turn because we rolled initiative.
you give us a
so
minute?
I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth.
All right. What's my save?
That is a dex save of 17.
1 sec.
Why don't you describe what it does?
Oh yeah, it still happens even if he saves. So, a 20-foot cube around him in the ground is going to erupt, and it's gonna look fucking crazy, like the ground just busts out and upward, and yeah, it's gonna really mess him up if he doesn't dodge it.
Okay. He does not save against this giant upheaval of earth
Nice.
around him. So what happens?
So, he will
In that case.
he will take 3d12 shit bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Nice. That's a
and
lot.
So go ahead and roll that.
Also gives difficult terrain. So that whole area of the ground is basically
So he's
torn
basically
to
at
shit.
he's basically at 8th difficult. Like he has an 8th of speed.
Does difficult terrain stack?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
20 bludgeoning damage.
20 bludgeoning.
Elijah, do you know if that happens?
I'm not positive, but it's already like so difficult terrain that you can
we'll say that it
barely
doesn't
move.
stack. If we find out otherwise, we'll change it. 20.
Ooh, shit. Actually, the erupting earth, it says each 5-foot square portion of the area requires at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
Oh my god.
So that's
So we can't even go in there.
worse difficult terrain than the plant growth.
Okay, so this is 20 feet tall around him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just, yeah, I can't even picture it. Just the earth
So-
exploding around him, basically.
These walls of earth, cracked rocks, fly up around him. You hear a as it does, and he disappears from view. So you guys see all the earth get torn up, and you hear as he's pummeled by rocks, and you just see the earth just broken up into tons of sharp shards, 20 feet around him, just a large circumference around him, and it looks very, very difficult to pass through all these just broken pieces of rock and earth. And he's definitely, you can see some of the exploded pieces like fly past him and slice little cuts on his skin, and he tries to bring his arm up to shield himself, but it's no good. He's definitely hit by this blast.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
All right, Tomar.
I am going to perform Terminal Velocity.
Okay.
You and your ally's speed is enhanced by 15 feet for as many rounds equal to your roll on the dimension die, which was 2.
Okay.
In addition, when this ability is first activated, you and your allies receive 1 extra bonus action at the start of their next turn. And I am going to... So keep that in mind. You guys can move an extra 15 feet, and you get a bonus action. And I'm going to use mine as... I'm going to perform Toll the Dead. You point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it takes 1d12 necrotic damage.
Saves.
17?
18.
All right.
Well, that's my roll, but you don't know it. It's in the 20s.
So that was at level 1, but at 11th level it's 3d12. So
Even if he saves?
he takes half as much damage.
Oh, that's...
So he takes 6 necrotic damage.
Okay, and describe how that looks.
Well, it's just like a ghostly bell rings in the distance.
So you guys
and,
hear...
the pressure reverberates.
And you see Lortho as a wave kind of washes over him, and he looks a little confused. And then he takes his sword.
Can we see him through all of this terrain?
Yes, you can see him now. And as the dust is kind of clearing after it, and you can see he lifts his sword into the air. And he stretches out his left arm as well. His right arm is holding his big sword. And then you hear like a... And 2 more arms come out. And then you hear... And 2 more arms come out.
He's kind of
And you
like
can
a
see...
caterpillar.
He's got 6 arms.
You know what, Pinwin? He is kind of like a caterpillar.
And one of them is holding a shield. One is holding a sword. And the others are moving their fingers almost like some sort of symbolic gesture. And he takes the sword, and you can see it start to illuminate like a purplish pink color. And with a loud, he strikes at the ground.
Whose turn is it?
It's his turn.
After that.
Pinwin's. He strikes the ground with just a gigantic swat, and he cuts a big scar in the earth, and you guys feel a rumbling beneath you. And then you see all around the city grows this organism-like barrier, and it grows up and up and up 70, 80, 100 feet above you, and then closes in. You guys are in a sort of dome now. It's translucent. It looks like almost organic plant life, but it's glowing purplish pink in color. And now you feel like the entire town might be inside of this dome. Then you hear... And 2 shapes slither out of the earth behind him. They look very similar to the 2 things that you faced in the temple.
The 2 things?
The 2 creatures that were crawling on the walls and ceiling. Pinwin, it's your turn. Gorbel, you're on deck.
Okay. Can Ensnaring Strike be used on more than one person?
It's 1 person at a time, and then whoever's next to them.
It didn't specify. Okay. Well, I am going to try to restrain that caterpillar and get his little hands stopping. So
Is he not restrained right now?
He's not restrained.
Oh.
okay,
Just
so
difficult,
I'm going
He
to
hasn't
cast
moved, though, so...
Ensnaring Strike, but I have to fire my arrow first, so I'm going to do that. 17.
17 to hit? It does not hit.
Okay, well...
You have a second attack.
Yep, I'm going to try again. Okay, that's better. 24?
24 hits. So your
Okay.
first attack, the arrow flies just so close that it almost hits him. You see it he just barely moves his head to the side and flies by. Your second arrow sticks right into him.
My titty!
And you said that we get an extra bonus action with that?
Yep.
So she can do the
Okay.
ensnaring strike again.
And yes, Pinwin is going to cast ensnaring strike at 3rd level.
Okay.
You have to save 17 for strength.
Saves. The vines grow up and around him. And he tears through them.
Elijah, does that area still damage stuff when you go into it?
No.
Okay.
It just fucks shit up as soon as you cast it.
All right, Gorbel, you're
It's
on.
a tough one.
You're on. Hirstag, you're on deck.
All right. How close together are our little demon baby things?
Oh shit! I forgot to put those out there for you. So he's. Okay, what's left to do?
We need to get
Within
stuff
that-
with good bases.
Within that
Tell me
20-foot area?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. I am going to cast Stinking Cloud.
All right.
Since they like it so much.
Okay.
Suck my smells! And I bend over and cast it. Constitution save 16.
They save.
Everyone?
I mean, I roll them as one, but it's all
Even the main guy?
He's
No,
in
I
there
rolled for
too.
them. The two guys save. They have the exact same. He, however, does not save.
Okay. He's gonna be retching. He's gonna be reeling.
So you guys now see he's like as this stinking cloud moves towards him and envelops them all.
His whole action is spent retching and reeling. Sorry, guy.
No, I'm okay. Oh God! All right, Hirstag.
All
Wait,
right.
don't you have another? Yeah, you get another
A
attack.
bonus. Oh, yeah.
A bonus action.
Okay, I'm going to get out my crossbow.
Okay.
Well,
And-
that's not a bonus action. If you have another bonus action that you can do, it'll actually say bonus action.
Oh. Yeah, my only other bonus action is Healing Word, so no.
Okay.
I would say that it's an action. Like they're getting a free action, essentially.
Oh, okay. Okay, so everybody gets a free
That's
action.
what I intended.
Oh,
by
Okay,
the
gotcha.
word.
Okay, so
wrong.
yes,
All right.
what would you like to do? Take out your crossbow?
Crossbow!
Okay, perfect.
And I
You
am...
can technically attack twice, too, because you get 2 attacks per action.
Fuck yes. Okay, going after demon babies.
Okay. They're writhing on the ground. They
What's
have
a demon baby?
You gotta move through that difficult terrain to get there, though.
crossbow.
Crossbow, baby.
Duh.
Dumb bitch. Pay attention.
I was thinking the sword.
16.
16 to hit the first one? Mm-hmm. Hits.
Okay.
So you're...
Okay, 10 damage. I go for the second. That one definitely hits. That's 22.
Yep, that one cracks it right in the face. Just
That is also 10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
Keeping it equal.
All right. So these things both just... You guys see her blast out this fart cloud, and then she just kind of... And you see her hit these creatures with her crossbow, and they seem to take a decent amount of damage from it. All right, Hirstag, it is now your turn.
All right, I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere directly behind.
In this motherfucking terrain.
There you go.
That's got to be experience.
Why were you
5
trying
experience.
to whisper that? Everyone should hear that shit.
Yep.
I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking terrain.
That's good.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That made me cringe a little.
Sounded not genuine. All right. So I'm gonna
6'11".
I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere at 4th level, right behind the big snake guy.
Okay.
So it'll be in the square behind him.
All right.
He has to make... And if they're within 5 feet of the sphere, his little buddies...
How big is
One of them is.
Okay.
It's a 5 foot.
Yes, it takes up the 5-foot cube.
Right behind him?
Yep.
Okay.
And then anything within 5 feet
So yeah. So him and that one guy on the right there.
will have to make a dex saving throw of 17.
Lortho does not save, and neither does the little crawly demon guy. They're both...
So yeah, a ball of fire is summoned in that square right
you guys
behind
see a
them.
sphere of
And I'm like
flames
waving
just-
my hands and the staff in the air.
and they both are burned pretty bad by this. How much damage does it do?
At 4th level, that is, I didn't roll very good. 7, 8, 9. 9 fire damage to the both of them.
Okay, so you see that the... Hirstag, you notice immediately that the guy on the ground seems way more affected by this than Lortho does. That he's...
And then, as a bonus action, I can move the sphere on each one of my turns and slam it into somebody. But I'm going to keep it right there since he can't move.
All right.
So, and then with a bonus action
Yep,
for
'cause
that
that'll be your
spell,
second one.
I am going to...
And then Tomar, you're on deck.
I'll do frostbite on him. So that's 3d6 on the snake guy. Oh yeah, Constitution save of 17.
He does not save.
Okay, so 9 frost damage,
All right.
and then he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
Okay, perfect. All right. Tomar.
I'm going to point at Lortho again, and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. Wisdom save 17. Ding!
He saves.
Alright, so he takes half of 21 necrotic damage.
So he takes 11 damage.
Bitch.
He gets hit by the wave. Oh, you fuck! And now he puts his sword in the air again and jabs it deep into the earth around him. Just... And he looks up and he smiles right at you, Tomar. And he disappears from sight. So, you guys see him disappear from view all of a sudden. And then you hear Zyko shout out, "Get back! Get back!" And turning around, you see Lortho leveling his blade right at Zyko's halberd. But Zyko very easily puts the pole of it up and blocks the blade and counters and strikes Lortho across the face. And you hear him, "Oh!" And he slithers back a step and kind of seems to recalculate. Zyko drops his head down, his helmet's on, and he kind of hunches his shoulders, keeps his polearm out in front of him, and he slowly moves the blade of the halberd towards Lortho and says, "If you take another step, I'm going to chop your little snake tail off." And now it is Pinwin's turn. You've noticed that those two creatures haven't moved since they've been there.
Because they love the smell of my cloud.
Seems that it could possibly be.
Okay.
Make sure he doesn't get to the children. I think at Pinwin.
Okay. I'm going to grab my arrow and ready my bow, and I'm gonna sing "Favorite Enemy," and
You hear the bow say, "Enemy favor."
okay, and I'm gonna shoot.
Does anyone want to explain what that means exactly?
Why don't you tell me, Pinwin?
That's a long story.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Yep. Okay.
So, Pinwin received Oath Bow, and it allows him to choose a favored enemy, and that person will remain the favored enemy until they die. If they somehow escape, Pinwin cannot choose another favored enemy for 7 whole days. However, all damage done to that favored enemy in the meantime is increased by quite a bit.
Yep, it's pretty cool. Okay, so I got 23.
To hit?
Yep.
You hit.
Yes. Okay, and I'm also going to do Hail of Thorns. So let me do the damage for the Oathbow first here. So 9 plus... Okay, so 17 for that hit.
Okay.
And then Hail of Thorns. I'm going to cast that at 3rd level.
Okay.
Dex save of 17.
He just barely does not save. He's...
No, he does not save.
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he does not save.
Yay!
I phrased
Good.
it weird.
Really
but,
badly.
But yeah, so your arrow strikes true right in his shoulder. Oh, fucking fuck! And then
You're so
wait.
feeling bad.
as the thorns kind of wrap his body and create intense pain.
And what do the thorns do? They don't restrain him, do they?
No.
Okay.
This spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition, in addition to the normal effect of the attack that targeted the attack and each...
You cast Tail of Thorns on him?
Yeah, you're gonna be hurting some others.
Including babies.
Can I not
Nope.
do it? Shit. Are they within 5 feet?
Yes. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
In addition to the normal effect of the attack that targeted the attack, and each creature within 5 feet must make a dex saving throw. A creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a
Jesus
successful
fucking
one.
Christ.
Okay. I'm sorry. This was not well planned.
Zyko does not save. You notice that beforehand he was using his polearm, which is a two-handed weapon, because luckily on with Hazel, she's now holding 2 of the babies, and another baby is in her sack, her knapsack in the back. So Zyko did not save, so he is struck by the Hail of Thorns as well as they hit him. Fuck!
I'm sorry, Psycho.
Hazel, however, maybe it's her mother instincts, but she's able to move out of the way just in time before the thorns strike up around her as well. So she looks over at you, Pinwin, and she looks very upset. As does Zyko.
Yep, maybe read what your spell will do next time before you do
forgot.
those.
I'm sorry. I
All right.
forgot it ricochets a little. Okay.
You've got another action.
No.
I still have to
Is
roll
that over?
damage.
This is the second one, because you said it was 2.
I think
Nope.
it was for one
Okay,
round.
You
so
get-
I'm gonna have
you're-
I thought you
3
said two
d10s.
No, 2 rounds is how long your speed boost lasts.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So no other action.
Okay.
Can I borrow a d10 just to expedite this?
For what? What are you doing?
Rolling my damage for people hit with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is this 1 or no?
That's 1.
Okay, 1, 5,
10. So 16.
Yep.
So 16 damage. All right, so they're both Zyko and he are hit by it, and you hear them scream out in pain.
I'm sorry, Psycho.
He looks back at you, like wincing in pain. It's okay, Pinwin.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
And
I just wanted to take him out.
now it is Gorbel's turn.
All right.
Hirstag, you're on deck.
I'm going to cast Heat Metal on his weapon. On
Okay.
Borthos' weapon.
Okay. What's the range on that?
60 feet.
You're good.
All right. Let's warm things up in here.
Hey,
Okay.
it's getting hot in here, so drop your fucking sword.
So since he's in
Burning my hand. I gotta drop this sword now.
so since he's in physical contact with the object, it's going to be 2d8 fire damage.
All right.
5 plus 7.
12 damage. He's
Okay.
and then doesn't he have to?
Yes. Since he's holding it, he has to make a Constitution save.
He definitely fails that. He drops the sword. Oh!
That's an old school Tomar spell you just cast.
I learned it from the best.
Myself.
Okay. So yeah, he drops his sword.
All right. You see it clatter into the dirt. that is going to give...
Not my nieces and nephews, motherfucker.
And that's going to give Zyko an attack of opportunity. He sees him dropping his sword, and he goes in for a really nice attack there, Zyko. And he connects with his halberd. That was him. And he does a decent amount of damage. He stabs him right in the hand as he's like reaching out for the sword that he dropped. He's like, oh! Zyko, yeah! The halberd slices open his palm. And he drops to the dirt trying to grab it. Hirstag, sorry.
Alright, so I'm gonna leave my sphere there. I can move it as a bonus action, but I don't really want to move it. I'm going to cast Thorn Whip, cantrip on that fucker, whatever his name is. Ortho. And try to drag him away from them.
Okay.
That's gonna be... Oh, nice. It's a roll. Plus 9 to hit. Ooh, 25?
You hit.
Alright.
That's weirdly lucky.
That's 3d6 piercing damage.
Rolled like shit.
5 piercing damage, and then he gets dragged 10 feet towards me.
Okay, so you guys watch Hirstag. Do you say anything when you do this, Hirstag?
I just give a little grunt, tap my staff on the ground, and the fucking thorn whip shoots out of the staff and wraps around him and drags him.
So you guys watch as like Lortho is reaching for his sword, and you guys see him, Hirstag, tap the ground. The thorn whip flies out, wraps around him, and just pulls him backwards and starts dragging this snake dude just across. He's no, and he gets dragged.
And then that would give Zyko and possibly...
Zyko already used his reaction.
Oh, okay. Good. I mean, not good, but that's fine. All right, and that is my turn.
All right, Tomar.
I'm going to get really pissed off, and I'm going to infuse my weapon with ethereal energy. It's called Ethereal Weapon Strike. I used it against Gorbel in the first episode. But I have to make a weapon attack, and on a successful hit, I add my dimension die to the damage roll to inflict bonus force damage. And then it lasts for the rest of my attacks on that turn. So I'm going to deal 7 extra damage when I attack him. So I'm going to run up to him.
Okay.
I'm going to attack him 3 times. So 22.
Hits.
23.
Hit.
And then 30.
30 hits, surprisingly. So you just whack, 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 just start chopping angrily into Lortho with this brilliant magical aura surrounding you. You guys can see the rage in Tomar's eyes as he starts just chopping away at him like a pile of old wood.
First attack is 26 damage.
Dang.
18 damage. 19 damage.
Ooh. Yeah,
So I just run at him like, "Oh, you stay away from my family!" And chop him real fucking good.
Yeah, he's just literally like, and you just see Lortho like, and he takes just a bunch of cuts, and you guys see part of his face is cut open pretty deep now.
Chop his tail off!
And he's just like bleeding profusely from it, and he looks both frightened and angered. And he takes that opportunity to kind of rise to his full height. He's no longer restrained by that thorn whip, is he?
No.
Okay, so he rises to his full height and looks right at you, Tomar. And you can see kind of rivulets of magic starting to work around him. His jaw moves very roughly, and it looks almost like something's going to start pouring out of his mouth. And you can see little trails of magical energy, almost like smoke, starting to make their way out of his mouth and floating into the air around his head. Make a wisdom save.
Is his weapon still on the ground?
Yeah.
No.
And I dragged him away from it.
22.
22. You save. This magical energy forms a large looking storm cloud above his head, and lightning starts. And while still saving, you're going to take half damage. you take 9 damage.
Lightning damage.
Oh, wait. Lightning damage?
Yes. So that...
Is half damage.
Yeah, so you take...
That's the first time I've gotten to resist that.
So you take 4 damage. So you guys watch this storm cloud appear above Lortho and lightning hit Tomar. Oh, actually, you also have to make a wisdom save.
And you notice that the lightning kind of trails around the butcher's armor a little bit.
And one bolt actually hits and then kind of moves around it, really like fucking sweet.
You're all like, holy shit, that looks cool.
15.
15. You do not save, so you
dumbass.
so you are going to take 28 damage.
Ass kicked.
Lightning damage?
Sorry, not 28. I am so sorry. You're going to take 19 damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 56 damage.
I'm sorry, 195,000 damage. Stupid asshole.
Damage, and I will roll to maintain my flaming sphere, and I do.
Okay, sweet.
20.
That's still been going on, right? And that creature has not moved?
Yeah, so at the end of their turn, they have to roll the dex save.
So that's
again.
that's this turn, because they're on the same turn. So
Okay.
dex save. He does not save.
Okay. So that would be another 3d6 damage. 6, 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. So this creature, you hear... and it kind of explodes into a fireball itself. Just...
Oh, it's dead?
That one is.
Nice.
The other one is
The
unaffected
fart
by
fumes
it.
ignited.
And
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that. How long does that last for? A minute?
Oh, didn't they save, though, and he did not?
Oh, yeah, they did save, but that doesn't matter. It's still there. They
Yeah, it's a
saved.
minute.
They saved against the effects. Well, they automatically. Well, I shouldn't say that. Anyway, they saved against the effects, and but
But I think
we'll say
I
with
also
that.
gave up on it because I changed my concentration to heat metal.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so
that's right.
Okay, so we're good. The
Oh,
other.
so at the start of... Oh, wait, he dropped the weapon.
Yeah.
That's right, okay.
So, as a bonus action, since that guy dropped, I will move the fireball and crash it into the other little guy.
Okay,
And that is not affected by difficult terrain.
but he does save.
That one saves?
Yes, that one saves.
So I will leave the fireball right next to... Or the sphere right next to him. So I don't know exactly where the guy
Wait,
is.
how come you get a bonus action?
Because
it was
you get
his
a
turn.
You get a... That was on my turn.
No, it was his turn. He was saving.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
I confused myself. Okay, so this creature, the surviving creature, sees its brother or whatever explode, and it shoots up into the air about 80 feet and kind of stretches out, and now it looks very similar to how you saw them looking in the temple. Very similar creature. Not as tall as the other creature, but still like gangly, and you can see its full shape, and it puts its hand out and levels it at you, Hirstag, and go ahead and roll a wisdom save.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mama.
That is 27.
You save. You feel some sort of disturbance in the force, yeah? And you can feel like the air moving around you almost, and you step back just as a black dagger, like a just giant stalagmite just breaks out of the ground beneath you and almost gets you, and it's just rippling with magical energy. You can tell that this is an unnatural and arcane spear. Pinwin, Gorbel, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm going to try and cast Ensnaring Strike again. So,
Okay.
Is
yeah,
this
you've-
accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
You've got a good shot.
I have advantage. He's my favorite enemy.
You also get to roll 1s and 2s, right?
Okay, so 23.
You hit.
Yeah. Okay.
So your arrow clinks right underneath his arm. He's
15 damage from the hit.
okay.
And then I will cast Ensnaring Strike at 3rd level. Strength save 17.
Natural 20 to save. So yeah. So he's still hit by the arrow, just, oh, fucking God! Lord, help me!
Okay.
Don't you get an extra bow attack?
Yeah, for your action.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to shoot him again.
Reroll ones and twos. Does not hit.
If I can reroll ones and twos, then don't I still have advantage?
I mean, technically, you reroll, but that would still be the lower number.
Okay, so then it would be 15.
Does not hit.
I have 2 actions. Right?
You're done. Yeah.
That was
No
his last
bonus
You can
actions?
move if you want.
Can Shadow knock him? Shadow
No.
can knock him
No,
prone
no,
as
no.
a bonus action, right?
No. Wait,
No?
what?
It's an action.
Can't he?
He has to attack first, and you
I'm
already
pretty
used
sure
all
we
your
have-
actions.
All right, Gorbel, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to cast blindness.
Okay.
Trying that again
On.
on Lortho.
Okay.
Constitution save 16.
Whoa! This time he is blinded. So
Woo!
So you you guys watch the magic kind of pour out of Gorbel, and he's all of a sudden, oh fuck no! All 6 of his arms thrash around in the air. No!
He's a very sweary guy.
He's just getting fucked up.
Fuck.
All right,
He thrashes his little serpentine tail moving around.
you blind.
All right, Hirstag.
Alright, bonus action. I'll slam my sphere into that other little guy.
This time he does not save. So
Nice. 3d6.
Oh wait, he's 80 feet above.
Oh, he's
Still?
flying?
Yeah, he's flying. When he remember he leveled that dagger at you.
I didn't know that they fly, though.
Wait,
I
he's
said he
in
shot
the
80
air
feet.
80 feet?
Yes, 80 feet into the air.
The creature?
Is that part of the action, or that he's actually flying?
He's floating.
Okay.
Like he shot up in the air, and
Cool.
so now it's up in the air.
So I will...
What's your range on that thing?
It's only 5 feet within the sphere. And he's 60 feet in the air?
80.
80 feet. Okay.
How far can you move it?
I can't really make it float, so it won't do anything to him. I will cast... I'll cast Moonbeam at 3rd level on that guy.
Lortho?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the save?
Let's see. That's a Constitution save of 17. I don't know if
Saves.
I think he has to save at the end of his turn, though, if I remember right from last session.
Okay.
So the beam just
You see
appears there.
Yeah, a dim beam of light appears in a pillar right where he's at.
And then the flaming sphere ends, and then as a bonus action, I will teleport. This is the first time you guys are seeing this.
So you guys watch as Hirstag just disappears,
And pops up. Wait,
And-
right over here.
and he appears right in front of the inn that you guys just left.
Actually, I didn't have to do that, but that's okay. It's cool.
So yeah, you guys watch as Hirstag appears and reappears, disappears and reappears.
That is my turn.
Tomar.
All right, I'm going to attack him 3 times. It was 18, 28, and 22.
So the first attack, he at the last second brings his blade up to block you. It looked like you almost hit him, but the other 2 attacks hit.
So 13 damage for the first hit, and then 14 damage for the second hit.
All
And then,
right.
you're going to see Tomar change his fighting stance a little bit, and he's going to action surge, and that gives him a whole other action. And he's going to fucking chop him 3 more times.
All right, so you guys watch it, and Lortho blocks the first one, but the attacks are so wild that he's just like chop, chop, getting chopped up.
So, 22, the second one misses, and then 17. Shit.
So, and then you see Tomar get one final like crunch in on him, and he takes it right across the face. Just you see a piece of his nose fly off, and he screams out. And as you come in for your 2 next blows, he knocks your blade back, in like retaliation as you just hear the king king super loud throughout this empty street.
That last one was 15 damage, by the way.
15 damage.
And that is my turn.
You see that Lortho is kind of sagging. His serpentine body is looks like his lower half is doing a really good job of trying to keep him aloft and up. And he just glares at you, Tomar. And shit. I just realized that he doesn't have a blade, but to block with. So we'll say he was able to.
He had a shield still, didn't he?
That's true. He blocked with his shield. We'll retcon that. He blocked with his shield. Sorry, guys. But he drops the shield on the ground, and he is staring daggers at you, Tomar. I'm gonna need you to do a will save.
Wisdom, you mean?
Yeah, wisdom save.
12.
12 does not save. He puts his hand straight out in front of him, and you watch as a cold blast of air flies right at you. And you take 12 ice damage. Frost damage, sorry.
And is that a cone or like just a direct attack on him?
It's a direct attack on him. It's I mean, it would be 5 foot radius. So, his other hands are working. You see the fingers moving back and forth, making various symbols and signs, and then you see this little magical sphere kind of appear in front of him, but nothing else happens.
All right, so he's ending his turn in the moonbeam.
He is ending his turn in the moonbeam.
Okay.
Can I discern whether or not it's a penetratable thing he just did?
Arcana check.
Over 17.
Over 17. Yes, it is something that will protect him from physical attacks, but not magical. You recognize that as a shield spell.
All right.
It is now the...
So, Constitution save of 17?
He does not save.
All right. So that... Where's my D10? 7 and 4.
1, 7, and 4. So 5 and 7.
12 radiant damage.
12 radiant damage. Okay, perfect. All right, he's not thinking, why didn't I move out of the pillar of light? And the creature above is going to put its hand out again. Gorbel, I'm going to need you to do a wisdom save.
5.
5.
Sheet.
You take 15 necrotic damage as a spear strikes up from the ground right beneath you, and you see it too late, and it jabs you right across your arm. Magical kind of effect blasts across the wound, and you just feel it in your heart. Ugh.
My heart.
And now, someone else is going to have to make a save.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery, but he does not save. And Zyko takes 17 necrotic damage as one flies from the ground and...
Oh, this fucker.
All right, Pinwin, it's your turn. Gorbel, you're on deck.
I'm gonna say to the creature who just hurt Gorbel, I am not enjoying how you are treating my friends. And I'm going to cast Shatter on it.
All right, what does Shatter do?
A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range, which I'm going to plant right next to him. Each creature in a 10-foot radius...
Back up.
I thought you were telling me to get closer.
No,
Ooh, I didn't get it. Okay. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range, which I'm going to plant right by it. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere on that point must make a Constitution saving throw of 16.
Boy, did he not say.
Where are you putting it?
A
Just
creature
Floating
takes...
up above, right next to him.
A creature
I think he
takes
was
3...
talking
What's the range on that?
It's gotta be able to hit him in the air, though.
Is it... How far up is he?
He's 80 feet above you. You could do it on Lortho, though.
Tomar's right by it.
You might be able to position it so it doesn't hit me, though.
Okay.
10 feet away?
You could position it where
Okay, that would work.
Just
I
him
thought
as
about
in
it,
the-
but I didn't think it. I thought it'd hit you. Okay. So do I re-say all of that?
No, that's fine.
Instead of his friend, I'm gonna go to the source of it, and I'm going to cast Shatter on him and set that point right behind him. Then he has 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, but I'm casting this at third level, so it'll be an extra 1d8. Nope, 2d8 extra.
5d8.
So 2d8 and then
So 40.
5d8. You're
Okay.
right. Okay. Yippee! All the d8s. 4. I need one more. Anyone have one? A d8?
Yeah, somewhere. Here it is.
Hey, there we go. Okay. Yes. So 14, 28, 30 damage.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
30 damage. So this loud sound just, and you see him grabbing his head, and Pinwin.
Maybe you need to consider how you're treating the wolves of Moonreach.
And his head explodes.
Just went ahead and shattered his head.
At that point, the creature floating above you guys hits the ground just and splatters.
What happens to the city, the dome thing?
The dome remains.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Alright guys, so that's going to do it for that episode. We decided later, we've been recording over a period of time, that we wanted the first 2 episodes to launch on one day, and then they're going to be longer than our weekly episodes. But you'll still get the same amount of content per week. You'll get 90 minutes, so one episode that's 90 minutes earlier in the week, and then one 90-minute episode at the end of the week. With that being said, we're splitting up the episode here, and then we will continue the rest of it in the next episode. So we can explain more in a later episode, but until then, we'll be doing experience every other episode now. So that's how we're going to do that. Thanks for listening. Again, we always appreciate any liking, commenting, sharing, what have you, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening.